Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Sacred Soul Retrieval series. Today, we are diving deeply into 23 degrees of Scorpio. I am experiencing off the chart physical light body upgrade sensation. So, this has to be me lying down to just verbally transmit. So, I apologize for no video today. I love doing the videos, but if my energy and my body just can't do it, I have to surrender. And that can be a really good little wisdom snippet teaching for everybody to honor your light body, honor your physical body. So, before we dive into the 23 degrees, I just wanted to share some of the sensations that I'm going through. And in case anyone else is going through these, essentially the physical body is releasing the old paradigm where we have experiences, stories, belief systems, emotions, memories stored in the body. We're going to be dumping from there. So this is quite a rigorous process. And not only organs, DNA level, but the spine. The spine, you could look at it as a beautiful visual that I love for the spine is how they portrayed the Bifrost Bridge in the Thor movies. It looks like a rainbow calcite crystal, right? With all of these beautiful rainbow plasma beams just streaming through that bridge, the rainbow bridge, right? And that is our spine. Our spine is the superconductor, information superhighway. So that's where the photonic light is sweeping down and through and up and through from various sources of energetic flow. So I cannot be vertical right now. I have to lay down and just have the spine be horizontal. So you may be experiencing that. I know one of our beautiful people mentioned that yesterday. She's in the horizontal. I'm like, yeah, I call this pancake mode. You're just flattened physically. And you can still work and be productive. It's just the spine cannot be vertical. I'm grateful to Lisa Transcendence Brown really being a paradigm shifter with so much of this because she explains that a vertical spine is linearity. So when the body is trying to receive, photonic light and run it through, it's oftentimes doesn't want to be upright because then it can't receive the information. It's kind of blocking it when you're like that. So lying horizontally, having a horizontal or a flat spine is really a huge part. And it's not every day that you feel like you need to do that, but there are oftentimes phases where you're just like, oh my gosh, I have to do this very often throughout the day. And it could be all day, could be 5 minutes of the day, on and off. And so work-life balance shifts will ask to happen with this experience. So just wanted to share that about the spine. It's really important as we're receiving the light codes because all of us are, and being horizontal can make it a lot easier, a lot more pleasant to receive, and a lot faster too. Some of the other sensations I'm experiencing, it started yesterday in kind of the sinus and the head area, the upper part of my skull, the cranium. As the day progressed, it turned into a headache that was migrating, so behind the eyes and the sinus area, into the temples, into the teeth aching. And then by later afternoon yesterday, my head just felt like a blimp. It felt so big and there was a lot of pressure in my head. So there's atmospheric changes, all kinds of interesting and bizarre things. Nausea, like I shared with the spine, like very hard to be upright, just heavy and just need to surrender and just be in bed. There is so much magnetic recalibration going on right now. Let's see, low back pain and just general malaise, just exhaustion and light sensitivity. So I have to surrender that I'm really not able to do the computer work. The majority of my work is on the computer, so decreased screen time. So I wanted to just make sure I really dove in and shared these. Yesterday I was so out of it and expanded that my intention was to talk about the light body upgrades, and then I barely touched on it. I was like, oh my gosh. So just know that this affects our linearity, it affects our coherence. It's just part of it, just surrender. Just surrender, let it happen. All right, now all that being said, let's get to 23 degrees. So this is amazing. This is our next level, the third level of the 5, right? The 2 plus the 3 is the 5. This is a beautiful conjunction of our emotions with our beliefs and our values and our vision. When we talk about that 5 in the first round, and you can go back to the 5, to build upon this, right? Build that foundational experience. It's all about the sacred human, the divine human potential, right? How far can we go? And we kind of embody that literally 5 fingers, 5 toes, 5 physical senses of perception and stimulation, the 5-pointed star that we are in our body, right? The Vitruvian man that Da Vinci painted, the head is the top of the 5-pointed star, right? This brings in the Venusian codes. So there's a beautiful cosmic component here. And it's all about now really honoring even more layers of our vision, honoring the vision we've always had that has been a core vision that has never changed. And now we get to trust and believe in it even more, right? And allow that energy to start to create the steps for us out there, or the connections, like the out there energy, right? Of others, the collaboration, and then the partners, the resources, all of these different outside world, which are kind of coming through the magnetics of us now fully owning our vision. That being said, with how rigorous this exit process is for us of 16 years of Pluto and Capricorn, with all this physical shift, well, you can imagine the physical is just the dense version, right? The most dense dimensional realm version of what is happening across every aspect of our being, right? Psychologically, energetically, emotionally, all of it. So you may be also re-envisioning or revisioning. So editing your vision, adding more to it, or subtracting things, because we're all so deeply enmeshed in the old paradigm system that as we are exiting, more and more is coming up for us to see, oh, wow, that's actually not highest aligned. That was actually an imprint or an influence, right, from that old paradigm system. So I'm actually going to reroute myself. I guess a good example of this would be in the old paradigm, you had to have a degree, all of these pieces of paper validating your experience and your wisdom, right? Versus ancient days where we lived the experience, we have a natural calling, natural gifts, and that was the expertise. That was enough. So society en masse is going to start to open up to the fact that just because someone has a degree, it doesn't mean that they're really good at what they do or that they're effective. An example of this was my own experience, which was, it felt really, really validating, because as an intellectual in the old paradigm, of course, I wanted to have, the PhD and all of that. And I do have my Doctor of Divinity in metaphysics, but that's different than a PhD in psychiatry, right? Or psychology. And when I worked at a rehab, a holistic rehab in California, I used to work at Passages in Ventura for a brief time before the pandemic hit. That was my last real job out there, because I wasn't willing to compromise and, do what they wanted us to do to keep the job, so I boned out. But I would have these wonderful compliments from the people in the rehab, from the clients, because I was so raw and real with them based on my own experiences from a starseed perspective, right? A consciousness perspective with substances and emotional turmoil and all the stuff. So that's transpersonal psychology. And they shared that they could relate to me more with the raw and the real lived experience versus others who had their degree, but they were very sterile, right? And there was a dogmatic approach, a formulaic approach to how they worked with people. They weren't working with people on a soul level. This is just one of a bazillion examples of the old paradigm constructs and how it maybe made us feel less than, right? It made us have a value system that was kind of skewed. The perception was skewed. And so you may notice that your vision simplifies. You may notice that you're like, oh my gosh, I've already had it all within me. There's nothing without me that I need, so to say, to acquire, to take it to the next level. It's about the belief system, really. It's about really starting to build that energetic flow, that magnetism of, oh my gosh, yay, I'm here for this. I love this. I'm a natural. These are my gifts. And really just owning that. If you're going through rigorous physical stuff, what I'm doing today, because I definitely am, it's a horizontal day for me until it isn't, right? And it could change any moment. I could be like, oh, yay, I can be upright. I have energy again, right? So we're not just saying, oh gosh, I'm stuck in this, we're just surrendering fully, just completely melting into it. And when it's time to be able to accomplish and be vertical and do whatever, we will do so, right? But since I'm in that space right now of the physical body saying go within, right? And even my eyes, the light sensitivity, go within. And so what I'm doing with this energy is doing a beautiful internal realm journey right now of looking at my beliefs, observing it all. What is still a fit? Are there revisions needing to be made? Where can I simplify? Where am I receiving greater clarification of this process, and so on? And just keep coming back to the emotional realm and how you're feeling about it all, and really declaring greater sovereignty of getting to be yourself and not allowing others to influence you, right? And to influence your truth and your beliefs and your divine purpose and all of these beautiful higher truths about yourself that in the old paradigm weren't really a fit. So it could be an internal process of just celebrating inside who you are and your beautiful heart, right? And that this new paradigm, we get to be ourselves fully and authentically and to follow our heart. So I'm seeing almost like a, the lazy Susan, right? With all the spices or all the condiments, for brunch, right? And so you're kind of turning that lazy Susan. Okay, look at these beliefs. Now we're going to spin it. Okay, now we're going to look at the emotions about this one. Okay, spin it again. Now we're going to look at the vision. All right, now we're going to move on to, more programming or other ways to look at everything, free from the constraints, the bondage of the old paradigm. It's a beautiful day, a beautiful deep energy. Wishing you all an amazing experience with this and just greater self-love and application of these deep truths. Everyone is a leader in some form. That 5 also has to do with some of that leadership quality of how we show up, and it's unique and different to each individual soul. How we show up for ourselves and our families, all of the various roles, right, that we came here to fulfill right now. So we have these concentric circles of self with source, right? And then the family and our friends and our loved ones, and then those circles keep radiating out into the external world, how we show up in public and our profession, our vocation, right? All of these different things. It's such a beautiful experience to just watch and enjoy and continue to encode with our pure intentions, right? Everything that we're doing and sharing and developing, and more will come, right? More will come. About, I want to say 1:30 or 1:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to go into 24 degrees and we're going to have that full moon in Taurus. So I'll be back tomorrow with the 24 degrees. I want to really ride out the depths of this 23 today and experience the 24 shift in the full moon. So I'll be back tomorrow with that 24 degrees. Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful full moon energy. We have Uranus here coming in to assist us with a lot of photonic light, just that electrical God consciousness revision process. Hey, look at this, look at this. Also amazing opportunities when we talk about emotions and belief systems to be so secure and in love with our own that we can honor and hold that same sacred respect for others. So there's a huge healing happening in humanity right now where it's like the Aquarian age of everyone is free to be who they are. Beautiful, beautiful breaking bread themes, right? Coming together, honoring, that's that namaste energy. We have different belief systems and it's all good because at the core of being a sacred soul and a divine human, we all want the same things. It doesn't matter the intricacies of how it comes out, right? So it's amazing because you see how the politics on the most, 3D separating, dividing level has shown us, oh wow, are we really going to let belief systems divide us, and information and misinformation, all of that? Let's come back to soul level instead of the kind of propaganda stuff and go even deeper together at our core values, as a species, right? As an ascending collective. So beautiful and so profound. I'm sending you so much love through this process. Just enjoy, celebrate this shift, celebrate all that you are being gifted to see, even when it's hard, even when it's ugly, even if it's fucking painful, or there's still some grief rolled up in the mix, perhaps, because we are releasing a huge, huge amount of programming. And with that, coming even closer to ourselves, right? To who we are. It's just beautiful. So sending you all so much love, seeing the heart diamonds just glowing out there. And I will be back for 24 degrees. Take good care. Namaste. Hey everyone, we are going to interrupt this broadcast for a quick little infomercial to share with you several opportunities that we have to go really deep with the information that we are presenting. And we are going to be spending the next 30 days from the 0.0 all the way to the 29th mastery degree of this solar journey with Scorpio and Pluto, diving deep into our subconscious and really starting to access hidden realms of pure power. And we have this opportunity, awakening the sleeping phoenix, if you are really wanting to go even more deeply with applying this information. Here we have the opportunity for you to access pure, untapped nuclear soul power through what we're calling a form of an energetic detox and a massive subconscious cleanup. We have a couple options here to meet you where you are. So if you're on more of a budget right now, we are offering a self-guided soul tour experience where you can actually download this ebook that I've created, Anchoring Your True North. And this is a star map, a manual for your own self-discovery, to support your own awakening process, to connect more with your divine purpose. And I'm sharing here 5 of my favorite systems that I have been using in my own awakening journey that have really taken me to new levels, so new depths and new heights of self-seeing. So this is a wonderful and comprehensive introduction to 5 different mystery school chart systems based on your birth chart, your soul incarnation codes. And it's all self-guided. So I share with you in depth how to pull all of these charts so that you can do a self-guided version if you like. So all you have to do is go log in and create a learner account at the Mystery School site. Details are in the description box below. Click on the True North Compass Guide, and here's some lovely information. You'll start to see how in-depth I go with my work. The value that I want to bring is really share a lot of information to support you at these times of transformation. So you can see some of the details here, and to just click and basically get this course added to your dashboard. Then if you want to go deeper, we're offering a mastery class, the Phoenix Rising, Pluto and your cosmic soul keys. And this is a deep dive. If you've ever done any mastery empowerment classes with me, or if you're new to my work, I take you really deep. There's a lot of information in here. We cover so much, and you'll see more when we actually look at the landing page for this course. But this actually includes, for your investment, the full video mastery course, an ebook to go along with it to apply even more deeply what we're covering and explore, and a session with me. For less than the price of one session, you are getting this whole master course and a session with me to review and more deeply anchor in all that we are discovering, all that you are seeing. So I'm here to serve as a sacred mirror for you in this process. When you go to the landing page, you're going to start to really get an idea of how comprehensive this class is. So I'm sharing a little bit about how astrology came to me and my journey, going over the benefits of this class, which some of the most important things to note is this is about embodying your Phoenix Rising key codes and really taking our power back from stories, fears, anxieties, and so on, and an in-depth exploration of your gifts and talents, professions, and also reviewing what you mastered in past lives and what you came here to master for this cycle. And that's just one aspect of the class. We cover a lot. So you can go to the landing page to see even more. These are the systems that I discovered over time, digging more and more and more deep to be able to recognize myself and to trust my service mission and so many aspects of this. And once you purchase this course, I will get notified and I will reach out to you to schedule your session. So thank you so much for checking all of this out, for joining me for this little commercial, and welcome to the Mystery School too. It's fun to share that with you, and we'll get back to the program now.